Nigerian female artist so far creates interesting content outside music. Then why do you stay on their Instagram pages? Why do you stay on their TikToks? Pussy boy just tried to tell me how to run my
Pussy boy just tried to tell me how to run my business.
Get ready with me for a date with my boy Toy. While we do this get ready with me, let's unpack frankly some lies and dishonest advice. I had tweeted that I was surprised I wasn't invited, or any other Nigerian female artists that make Barbie coded music were not invited, and a couple of people, concurred and are like, oh yeah, Nigerian PR firms are used to excluding blah 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 blah. Some people were like, oh, who are you? I'm 3 years into my career, so I don't expect everyone to know about me. This isn't about me. This is about the fact that way too often women are not being included in this space. This is not to diminish any work that influencers do. Of course they create shock value, that's why they are there and that's why they have their jobs. But influence can be brought in different ways, and you can't exclude a whole sector of creatives in an industry that do work. Everyone just wants to be so laissez-faire and lazy. One, stay out of women's business. Most men do not have the bandwidth to, one, recognize their privilege, and two, to be honest about the way it has helped them. There's a huge gender disparity. Whether you're a rich man, well connected, or whose family is well connected, whatever privilege you have as a man, you are benefiting from that privilege. So if you don't have the bandwidth to recognize that and be honest about that and take that into consideration when you give your so-called opinions, then keep those opinions to yourself. Because let's be honest, okay? Let's really be honest and let's talk about it. Let's chop the fuck up. Excuse my French. If you're fortunate because these people are your friends or you grew up together, say that Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice did the soundtrack for the movie. Everyone was super excited and that also got people tapped in. You cannot deny the effect of music in movies. So how are you going to exclude female artists that make Barbie coded music from this space? There's someone somewhere that isn't doing their job. And to everyone who's out there saying, oh, you should reach out, but how can the onus always be on me? Why do marketing companies and PR companies have research teams or research firms? Why do you have inclusion policies? Why do you say, oh, you're a forward for women when it comes to time to actually do the work? You don't do the work to put these women in the spaces that they deserve, and they do so much work to be in. When it's time for Women's Week, everybody's like, oh, or Women's Month, oh, we love our women, God bless our women. No Nigerian female artist so far creates interesting content outside music. Why do you stay on their Twitters? Why and how are you so entertained if they're not creating entertaining content? I do my hair, I do my makeup, I post vlogs. What do you want me to do? Swing on a fucking pole? The work that women do in this creative industry, being devalued, being diminished, being reduced to nibbles, when honestly women be carrying this whole thing on their backs. How interesting are you? Honestly, not fair to spread such lies, especially when you know that you have a platform. Finally, there needs to be structure. Not everyone has that privilege to grow in a space and really thrive in a space. There needs to be structure. That's why things like this, people fight for things like this. And that's the point of packaging yourself as an artist, or paying so much, or reading so much to understand branding and PR if you're going to be excluded from these experiences. I've seen some comments of some people like, oh, artists think they're too big for these spaces. Which artists? Is it the same artists that get called for shows and don't get paid? I know how many shows I have performed at and I did not get paid. I am proud to always speak up. I will always speak up, especially when it affects me. This is a career. I take this very seriously. Music is not the end goal for me. I can do so many things. I deserve to be in these spaces because I want to learn, to participate, I want to benefit. I also want to give. So whatever that was for, in a bit to be condescending, or I don't know, I wouldn't say educating, because everybody said he knows how to do a job. If you are privileged, be honest about it. Don't want to admit it, you can't be a part of the conversation. And I see some women there kicking and being like, oh, finally, oh my God, you're a pick-me, and you're the nastiest kind of pick-me. Because if you as a woman cannot understand why it is important for independent artists to have access to these spaces, then you're a pick-me. Come on. That you yourself, you're on TikTok saying, and I'm like, I love you, and I'm like, I love you. The reason why you're there with the little bitty teeny bit of privilege that you have is because another woman was brave enough to speak up for you. So maybe there might have been precedents in the past where some artists did not understand or appreciate the importance of being in this space, but I'm 3 years into my career. You can't punish me for some of the decisions of some other people, especially when I have expressed an interest. That being said, I will keep doing my job, having fun. I'll keep doing it gracefully. But what I will not do is sit down and allow someone to diminish the value of my work. I'm here fighting for my space in this industry. There's no need for you to echo with lies. If you're echoing, echo with support. And if you're not, then keep that echo to yourself.